Hey guys, what's going on? It is the Schrothinator here, and I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that for the live stream tonight at midnight, should be at midnight, and the reason I say should be is because if you see in the picture here, it says 11 hours, 51 minutes, and 39 seconds until the game will be released, which it should say 10 hours, 51 minutes, and 39 seconds in there. Apparently it didn't adjust with daylight savings time, so it will be coming out an hour later, which is very bad. Hopefully they fix this by tonight. They better. I mean, I'm going to be very pissed off if they don't, because then it wouldn't be a midnight release, it would be a 1 a.m. release, and that's extremely stupid. So there's that. But also for the live stream tonight, I will be not starting off with career mode. I did that. I did a whole bunch of career mode on the EA Access live stream that I did. I did all 10 hours on the live stream on Xbox One when I streamed that for the EA Access stuff. I streamed all 10 hours of the trial in one sitting. And I played a little bit of knockout mode. I did one or two fight now matches, I think. I did 14 online ranked matches. I went 12-2 online. And then I think for career mode, I did 7 hours of career mode. Something like that. I did 7 hours of career mode, which is just crazy. Oh, I also did the first card of the UFC Twitch League that I'm doing. So I did the first card of that where Joanna Jędrzejczyk actually lost her women's strawweight title to Joanne Calderwood. Calderwood ended up knocking her out in the fourth round. Then you also had Conor McGregor defend his featherweight championship successfully against Frankie Edgar. He knocked out Edgar in the first round. It was a pretty crazy night of fights. There was a very controversial fight between John Dodson and Kyoji Horiguchi on that card that we had. And Horiguchi knocked down Dodson and everything. Horiguchi could have took every single round. But, the first round, even though he knocked down Dodson in that round, and then the second round, those were, close rounds. And then I definitely thought Kyoji Horiguchi took the third round. But I think, personally, that Horiguchi did enough to get a 29-28 decision. Two judges said 29-28 Dodson, and then one judge said 30-27 Dodson, which was wrong. So, a lot of controversy in that fight. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't think I'll penalize Horiguchi too much. I'll count it as a loss, of course, but I think I'll still give Horiguchi a high-profile fight next. Because he almost finished Dodson as well. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we do. But, anyway, so for the live stream, I will be starting off with some more UFC 2 Twitch League cards and stuff. The first card took 2 hours, I think. It was 10 fights, a good amount of decisions. I think there was, I want to say 5 knockouts and 5 decisions. That's what I want to say. I had it on normal difficulty, though, and the reason I had it on normal difficulty is because I didn't want to see too much parrying and too much defense, so I just wanted to see how it was in normal. And it seems like they didn't defend as much as I thought they would. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on hard difficulty next and just see how it goes with the CPU versus CPU fights. I just want to see how it goes. If I think pro difficulty would get more finishes, then the third card will be on pro difficulty. I might just put it on pro difficulty just because. And based off those 3 cards, I'll decide which difficulty is the best to keep the fights going on. So, again, that's something that we'll just have to figure out as we go. Now, I do want to tell you guys real quick, the next two cards. So at least one of these, at least the first one I'm going to tell you, will be on the live stream tonight. So, in the first fight for this card, for the second card of the UFC 2 Twitch League, we got, starting off the card, Todd Duffy taking on Jared Rosholt in the heavyweight division. Then Wilson Reyes taking on Ray Borg in the flyweight division. Then you got Juliana Lima versus Tisha Torres in the women's strawweight division. Then headlining the prelims, you got Doohoo Choi versus Yair Rodriguez. Then starting off the pay-per-view, you got Thomas Almeida versus Francisco Rivera. Then the lightweight division, you got Donald Cerrone taking on Tony Ferguson. Then the middleweight division, you got Chris Weidman taking on Michael Bisping. Then the last non-title fight is Anthony Rumble Johnson taking on Bas Rutten. Then the co-main event, you got Miesha Tate versus Amanda Nunes in the women's bantamweight division for the title. Then for the welterweight title, you got Robbie Lawler defending it against George St. Pierre. So I think that's going to be a really good card. I also think this is going to be a very good card, the next one. So for the third card of the UFC 2 Twitch League, we'll start off with a women's strawweight fight between Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie, and Felice Herrig. Now, then in the featherweight division, you got Makwan Amirkhani versus Mirsad Bektic. Then you got, in the women's bantamweight division, you got Jessica Andrade taking on Ashley Evans-Smith. Then in the flyweight division, you got Sergio Pettis versus Patty Holohan, which is headlining the prelims. Then in the middleweight division, to start off the pay-per-view, you got Lyoto Machida taking on Chael Sonnen. Then the welterweight division, you got Matt Brown taking on Neil Magny. Then the light heavyweight division, you got Alexander Gustafsson taking on Rampage Jackson. Then the last non-title fight of that card will be Anthony Pettis taking on Nate Diaz in the lightweight division. Then for the bantamweight title, Dominic Cruz will defend it against Uriah Faber. And then Fabricio Verdum in the main event will defend his heavyweight championship against Stipe Miocic. I think it's going to be a very good card. If you guys want to know, actually, before I go, I can tell you guys who all won their fights on the first card. So, this is going out of order in who won the fights on the first card that I did already on the EA Access live stream. Bobby Green ended up getting a 29-28 decision over Sage Northcutt. Then you had that very controversial decision where John Dodson got that weird decision victory over Kyoji Horiguchi. Frank Mir ended up getting knockout of the night on Cain Velasquez in the heavyweight division. Then Owen St. Preux beat Latifi, Adian Latifi, by decision. I think it was a 29-28 decision. And it was fight of the night. Then you already know the champions that won. Calderwood beat Jacek by knockout, and then McGregor beat Edgar by knockout. Calderwood being the new champion, McGregor staying champion. Then Ronda Rousey also beat Holly Holm by decision. CM Punk made his debut and knocked out Royce Gracie on the ground. He was grappling with Royce Gracie for the most of the fight, and he ended up getting mounted, knocking out Gracie. It was pretty crazy. John Lineker ended up knocking out Cody Garbrandt. I believe that was in the first round, too. And then the first card of the entire event was a pretty crazy fight that Uriah Hall beat Elias Theodorou in for a 29-28 decision. So, I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, comment. Let me know what you think about these cards and everything. Let me know if your guy fought. if you realize your guy fought and won or lost, be like, oh, damn, or be like, oh, fuck yeah, or if your guy hasn't been announced yet, then he will be in fight cards. Just remember, we have like 90 fighters selected. So that's like a lot of people to put on cards, and there's 10 fights per card, which means 20 fighters get to fight on each card. So don't give up yet. You just got to wait until it's your fighter's time. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and of course, subscribe. And follow me on Twitch so you guys can be in this Twitch league and everything. I'll see you all next time.